The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy. It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome into another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I'm your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give my little video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to dig it, give it a share. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you are following me on all the social media platforms. I have them linked down below. That way, if there's a band, song, video question you have for me, you can hit me up with a DM or leave it in the comments below. If you are going to hit me up with a DM on social media, please no spamming. And if you are going to leave it in the comments below, join the I Concur Army. All you have to do to join the ICA is give the comments a cursory glance if you see that your suggestion has already been made, or if you see a suggestion with which you agree. All you have to do is like that original suggestion and below reply with I concur. That'll help my old burnout resin-coated DJ brain put everything into a nice little organized list, and then I can put it into my handy dandy notebook. Another way to get a hold of me with your suggestion, question, or request, every Saturday we do the live stream, the Wyldeside Live. Every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time right here out of East Nashville. We go live for a couple of hours. Your opportunity to just sit back, chill out, ask me questions. I tell stories about the industry, 30 plus years in rock radio. So it's usually just a really good 2 hours of fun and frivolity, no politics, no religion. And I don't want to say by popular demand, I think I'm going to add another live stream during the week. And I think I'm going to do it Wednesday mornings at 11. So I know that here in the United States, and this is why I bristled about it at first, was because here in the United States, 11 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, it's not going to consume the time of people here in the States. But one of the really cool things that I've learned, especially about the I Concur Army, is they are vast, they are worldwide, and they are growing. So 11 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday for me is 8 o'clock at night for someone in the I Concur Army. So having spoken with a few people, having taken a few averages and things like that, I think we're going to start doing a second Wyldeside Live Wednesday mornings at 11 a.m. Central Time. That's 11 a.m. Central Time right here in the U.S. Again, just 2 hours of just mindless banter about everything from rock and roll to movies to my time in the service, my time in radio, adventures in my life. I answer questions about radio, so it's a really good chance for people to just pick this resin-coated brain that I make fun of. But over 30 plus years, I've locked in a few things. So again, Wednesdays and Saturdays, I'll try to be good. Everybody's getting, just Jen has been on me and Tree has been on me about keeping up with my community tab. I keep forgetting I have the community tab. So again, excuse me, we had a flu in the house, and that's why I've been out for a few days. My oldest son had it. He missed a few days' work, and then I got it. And it's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody in the I Concur Army. I don't have a Valentine, so all of you are my Valentine. But you're not getting any gifts. No gifts, no candies. And you know what? You don't have to put out. How about that? How about that? All right? I think that's something we can all agree on. So I don't have to do anything, and you don't have to worry about getting the back rub. So, yeah, happy Valentine's Day. So we were sick this week. We got hit with the flu. I've been out for a few days, and I'm one of those, I don't know if I'm rare. I don't know if other guys admit this, but I'm kind of a baby when I'm sick. When I'm sick, man, I am a big baby. And this week it hit me. So it's a little bit of a confession, I guess. This week it hit me hard only because of when on the clock it hit me. So a lot of parents are going to understand this. You have windows, right? If the window closes, you have to suffer for a while until the window opens back up again. So it was Thursday night. I woke up around 2 a.m. Thursday, Friday morning, woke up around 2 a.m. and I knew it. I knew I had it. It's coming. My bones started to ache. It was just one nostril. I was getting the signs, right? The dizzy, the no appetite, couldn't keep anything down for a little bit. But it was the achy joints is what was getting to me. So because it was 2 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't really take any real meds. Because if I took any real meds, then I would be out and I wouldn't be able to do my parent thing in the morning. Get up, get everybody dressed, get everybody fed, get everybody off to school and classes and everything and do my thing. Then I can come home and pass out. Normally that's what I would do. I would take my meds early in the evening, sleep through the night, wake up, get them to their thing. So instead I had to lie in bed for 4 hours, just absolutely miserable. And I don't hate admitting it, I guess, but I am a big baby. So as the night wore on and then the day wore on and I still couldn't really get a full amount of meds in me and I was just still running around trying to get everything done. And then I had some issues with the house and all this other stuff. It was Friday night. I was lying in bed and I'm going to be honest with you, man. I said Saturday that I wasn't feeling good to do my live stream, but it wasn't a physical illness. It wasn't. Friday night going into Saturday was very difficult. I had taken meds, so there were parts of the illness that were abating, but my joints were still sore, and I was lying in bed, and I started to have a pity party, it's something that my dad, my parents used to say about you if you were playing Woe Is Me or something like that. You're having a pity party. So I was having a pity party for Eric. I'm lying in bed. I can't get comfortable. I'm pulling my knees up to my chest and I'm doing butterflies and just all kinds of these old stretches I did in high school baseball and stuff, trying to alleviate any of this throbbing pain. And it was just the searing, hot pain in my knees and my hips. And it was just brutal. And I couldn't get comfortable. And I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I'm glad I don't do IRL stuff because I'm sure it was absolutely humiliating because I'm lying in bed and I'm crying and I started to miss my wife and I started to feel really alone and I didn't stop myself. And this is what's important is normally if I find myself going down this path of this woe is me, victimhood, kind of nobody loves me, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. If I start, I've learned that if I find myself even starting down that path, get up, walk around, try to find something distracting to take me away from that mindset, to get me out of that potential danger area of depression. So I was lying in bed and I remember in my head arguing with myself about, Eric, get up, man. Just get up, walk around, go grab a smoke, watch a video, South Park's on, something to distract you. And then, of course, the sick, 5-year-old who wants his mommy, on the other hand, is like, no, there's no point. There's no reason. Just get your kids through school and go off into the woods like an old elephant and just go. It was this really messed up self-pity battle that I was having Friday night into Saturday morning. So by the time I finally got to doze off, and it was weird. It was a cold washcloth on my neck and a pillow between my legs and lying on my side. That's what finally did it. And being exhausted. Just being absolutely exhausted from 48 hours of, dehydration. The dehydration's not helping the aches and the bones and the joints, so it's all kind of feeding into itself. And then I have this self-defeated mentality of, woe is me and I'm pathetic and, you're alone in this big bed and Valentine's Day and, all these, every kiss begins with K. And I do have, that is a bit of a triggering thing for me. So, oh, geez. I'm an idiot, meaning I'm a goof. I have a sitcom audience in my head. So my whole life is just filled with these momentary references that to me are absolutely hilarious, and they have a hilarious meaning to them. But to other people who weren't there, it doesn't mean anything. So my wife's name was Kelly, and anytime the K's commercial came on, she and I were not jewelry people, meaning diamonds and gold and stuff like that. We're not that, I bought her a watch one year for, I think it was like our second year together. I bought her a watch, and I remember like, honey, this beautiful, beautiful watch. But she's like, have you ever seen me wear a watch? And I'm like, no. She's like, yeah, I'm not a jewelry person. So she had one good set of diamond earrings, stuff like that. But anyway, anytime we would see the K jewelry commercial come on, and it would do the Every Kiss Begins with K, I would do this voice from South Park, and it's this Every Kiss Begins with Kelly, and that's how I would say her name. I would say Kelly, and it was this little thing between us that it was our little, we were both fans of South Park, so I would sing the Every Kiss Begins with Kelly. So here I am, miserable already, and these commercials, because it's Valentine's Day coming up, and it just felt like, when I woke up Saturday morning, finally, after getting a little sleep, I didn't have to take anybody anywhere. I didn't have to be anywhere for any reason. When I woke up, I just felt like it was one of the first times in a long time I had felt the physical beating that I had given myself emotionally. And I felt embarrassed. I felt ashamed of it. I felt scared that I allowed myself to just spiral quickly into this, like I said, it's the only thing I can describe it as is a pity party. This pity party for Eric. Everybody wears their hats and, yeah, pity party, yay. So that's how it was always treated when I was a kid, because to my dad, if you're not bleeding or throwing up, you're fine. But I was throwing up, so I wasn't fine. So when Saturday's live stream, when it started to dawn on me that, the time is ticking away and I need to prepare for this live stream, I just didn't have it in me mentally. Like I wasn't I'm not saying I wasn't in a good spot mentally. I wasn't in an entertaining spot. I felt like if I got on and did my live stream, I was feeling physically bad, and I felt like that would have led to not a good performance. And I have performed sick, and I have performed off, and I've never liked it. I've never enjoyed it. I have gone out there and done it because I'm supposed to go out there and do it. And that's what's expected of me. And I wasn't feeling it. There wasn't a, so before I go on, I prepare my brain. I get it into a mode. And if I can't get it into the mode, I'm not prepared. And I just couldn't get there Saturday. And as understanding and as supportive as you all have been, which again is one of the more humbling and gratifying parts of this channel, is that I've grown with you and you've seen me grow. And I hope you understand that there are still times when I resist that common trait of sharing, right? Like I know that the internet and social media and YouTube, you see a guy basically eat himself to death. So there's this unspoken understanding of we're going to share everything here. But I hope you understand, and it's nothing personal, that I'm still dealing with some things that I have a hard time sharing with people. and I'll share it with, friends, like if I'm talking, one of my buddies from work, he and I had a conversation and I expressed that to him. But we've known each other for decades. So I didn't feel, and here's what it is. It's embarrassment. It's a little shame. And it's also, I was raised to try and consider other people before tasking them with anything of yours. So I was raised to understand that everybody's got something to hide except for me and my monkey. My mom would say, if we could collectively in a room of 100 people take our problems and throw them in the air, like physically throw our problems up into the air for everyone to see, you would still reach for your own. I wouldn't reach for yours. You wouldn't want me reaching for yours, right? And I don't want you reaching for mine. I wouldn't want that. See what I'm saying? And I'm still battling the way I was raised with the way that the world has changed with its openness and its sincerity in the openness as well. So there's a worry in people of my generation of the sincerity level. Especially in the South, it's hard because the South is a weird place where if you need help and you don't ask someone for help, this is really weird. If you don't ask someone for help, they're almost offended that you didn't let them help you. It's not about doing you a favor or having this moral superiority. It's this really cool culture where they actually are hurt that they were able to help you and you didn't ask them and they weren't able to help you. And I have a hard time adjusting to that sincerity. So again, I hope you understand that it's not that, people have been hammering on me or anything like that. I felt like I needed to explain that I just wasn't feeling like I could, it didn't feel right for me. And I had just done a video recently about telling people no and drawing boundaries and things like that. And here I am breaking a boundary of, okay, I'm going to do this thing on this set way. And I felt like, oh man, I hope people aren't thinking that I'm, acting or behaving in a way that is reflective of anybody's support of me. You guys have been absolute, like I said, man, the I Concur Army is hilarious. It really is. And, I'm waiting for somebody to take it upon themselves to take control of the merchandising because obviously I'm not doing a good job. But it is humbling. It's when I open up and say, hey, what do you think? What should I do? When I posted up that I wasn't feeling good, every single comment, and I get sarcasm. I get it, man. You don't have to put the little S with the slash for me. Okay, I get it, man. We understand each other's humor, and I think I forget that sometimes. So I apologize for not remembering, that you guys are cooler than I thought you'd be. So thank you for that. Thank you for all of the show of support with the, not doing the show on Saturday and then coming up with, hey, let's do one on Wednesday as well. So that way if people miss it on Saturday, they get a live one during the week. So you guys have been absolutely awesome. And because of that, I feel like I should add that second live stream. So Wednesdays, 11 a.m., we will do the Wyldeside live for 2 hours of fun and frivolity. But as usual, no politics, man, no religion. I'm sorry, I'm still a little dehydrated, a little lightheaded. So I'm trying to pace myself. And I've got a couple of videos I want to do today. I think it was Blind Channel was one of them. I'd have to look down in the handy dandy notebook. But I just wanted to give everybody a quick update, and I know it wasn't a quick update. I say that, and it's absolutely hilarious. It wasn't a quick update. But I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on and say thank you Thank you for the support and the understanding, and I'm sorry and I apologize because I forget that it's there. I'm not used to it. And as we all know, it's easy to get down on yourself quickly when there's no one around to check you. So I think you guys are, again, it's not a show of disrespect that I don't understand how much support I have. I hope you, I understand that. I understand that that's new to me. This is on me. This is a me issue here. This isn't a y'all issue. This is absolutely a me having lived in this closed off world for 7 years, even longer, 9 years. When Kelly got sick, we all went into this little fallout shelter, if you will. So I'm still growing and I'm still coming out of that world. And you guys have been just absolutely fantastic with being my Sherpas and being my light, and helping me get through this tunnel. And sometimes I close it off, and I have to remember that I do that. So I apologize. It hopefully won't be happening too often in the future, because I'm going to start taking vitamin C and zinc oxide from now on. Get these kids out of the house, man. They're at that school with that petri dish of viruses. But anyway, just wanted to give you an update, just give you a heads up, man. So thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. Wednesdays, 11 a.m., Saturdays, 2 p.m., Wyldeside Live, 2 hours, fun and frivolity, your opportunity to sit down and hang out with me, ask me questions, talk about rock and roll, concert experiences, all that craziness, and I even tell stories from the biz, so to speak. Okay, my voice is done, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day to watch the video and get updated. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you are following me on all the social media platforms listed down below. Thank you to Connect 200, Music to See, and of course, Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Thank you again, everybody, for your show of support, joining the I Concur Army, and being my Sherpas on this wonderful new journey that I've been on for the past year. Thank you very much for being there, and all I can do is hope to respond in kind with quality content. So make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.